actual picture of his blacksmith shop. And it was taken from this photo. This was made in the 1890s, and the Rudolph, Ed Rudolph, he moved on, by the way. He moved on and went to Missouri, but he ran the shop here for about 20 years before he moved. And this old shop stayed there a long time. I guess it was not very well built, as you can see, but it lasted about 50 or 60 years before it was torn down. At where the bank stood. Yes, if you go right at the turnoff to come up here, was where the blacksmith shop was. In the 1880s census, 1980 census, they listed, let me see how many, 3 stores, I believe, in the county. Yeah, I had 3 stores, 2 blacksmith shops, a tin shop, a wagon maker, 2 preachers, and 1 doctor. It also had a post office that I mentioned, and it was down at the Shaver house, operated by Milton Shaver. And most importantly, in the 1880s, the town people constructed an academy. Schools were very important to this area. The area was predominantly Presbyterians, and Presbyterians through history have always been educated, directed towards education, and they had a lot to do with building the school. We had 2 Presbyterian churches here at the time, one in town and one out in the country, in Barren. And the school it catered to all ages. You could start to the school in the first class and go through the 8th, which was common in those days. You could also stay around. As you see, a lot of these look like adults. They were taking classes to prepare themselves for other professions like the ministry or teaching, so they could pass the teacher's exam. They had to take special courses. And also, there's a few doctors come out of this academy, and they took courses that would prepare them to go on to medical school. This is another shop with the academy behind them, and some of these are teachers, some of these are preachers that taught. Often the local preachers are also teachers at the academy. And this is a group of female students, and there's probably more female students in the academy than there were men at most years, I should say. This was the academy made Mount Pleasant and Barren a social center.
The size of that tree behind him in the center.
And it had this real Gentile way of life here in Barren. The school put on a lot of plays, and including Shakespeare and whatever. They were very patriotic, as you can see here. They, by the way, this is Het Burge. Some of you older ones might remember Het Burge. That's her seated. And the students participated in a lot of outdoor activities like croquet, and they also played badminton. They went over to the river for boat rides, and they camped. They went camping, so they were very active. You would think that maybe they might not have been a lot of things for the students to do, but they had a full social calendar each year. By the way, the sand for this playing field. I mentioned the two churches. There's also a Methodist church here. It was in business from about 1885 until 1913. And but the Presbyterians really kept the kids busy. This is a Christian Endeavor class, was held every Sunday afternoon. So the kids went to Sunday school, they went to church, and then all afternoon they were at Christian